learning environment, physical and social, plays a critical role in children's learning.
Get Luke to now read our chart, and we're going to see if it makes good sense, okay? So up at the top, do you know what this says?
Children feel secure and ready to learn in programs that are well organized, with predictable routines, as well as mutual respect and positive relationships with teachers and peers.
And that is how they fly.
All of these qualities are important for children's emotional, social, and intellectual growth.
Sure? Because I asked you, she asked me, you asked her. Yeah, okay.
There we go. How are these books? Hey, this is a good one we should pull out. I wonder. This is looking very much like what we have in our tank. Did you tell Mom about our caterpillars?
Now, show her.
They will turn into butterflies.
Take a look at them. Have you got a minute? Come over to the tank. When the children come in the door right at 8:30, it's really important to us to make sure that every child feels special and that they are welcome, that this is their home away from home, that we are truly happy to see them. What prickly thing?
It looks like it's looking at me.
What's in this?
Learning is an emotional process as well as an intellectual one. When children receive emotional support and encouragement, they feel more secure and they're more persistent and independent learners.
One of our biggest tasks as kindergarten teachers is to help them build relationships that are positive and successful with each other and with the teacher. Many of those relationships with the other children are built through the teacher. If children enter kindergarten and the first lesson they learn is they can't succeed, we run the risk of that lesson staying with them for a lifetime. So success through relationships is one of the most important opportunities we can provide children in kindergarten.
You can help me.
We've really tried in the classroom to create a sense of harmony and to create a sense of acceptance of all children. So we've really worked hard at responding to the needs of the child. We try and keep very calm, very respectful, and that there is this tone, this caring and nurturing environment that we have tried to foster. Tone to it.
Pink, my favorite. Spit is on.
You just keep wiggling yourself in, Miss Samantha.
When children come into the school for the first time in their lives, and for many this is the first time, they need to learn how to behave in a group. They need to learn how to share, how to care for each other, how to demonstrate concern and affection for each other. And it is through the structures that the teacher puts in place in the classroom that children learn this.
The classroom is very organized. Everything has a place, everything has sort of a function. It's very important that children know that we respect the materials in the classroom and we want them to respect them as well. So if they know that when we are playing with materials, we need to kind of put them back, that we can go back to sorting them or we can arrange them in a way that's pleasing to the eye. I think it also gives children a sense of security, knowing that the books are always kept in a certain basket or the black mats are in a certain pile.
I need you, Jayden, I need you, Gavin, and I need Finn. All my cleaner uppers, we can leave it now, we'll finish tomorrow. Thank you.
Childhood is a magical and a mystical time. There's nothing like watching the joy on a child's face when he or she takes that first step and realizes they can walk, or the first time they can make a toy squeak on command.
Look, Samantha, I got myself my very own collection.
And they come to us with that same eagerness to show what they can do.
Kindergarten children are natural explorers, and they look for answers using everything available to them. A rich environment encourages children to challenge themselves and the theories they have about the world around them. Over time, as teachers build their program, they collect resources that fill the classroom with learning opportunities that stimulate all the senses.
Dynamic kindergarten classrooms provide children with materials and props and resources that they wouldn't typically have at home. So different kinds of clay to experience, water and sand and messy materials that they might not have are all typical. But when we visit the Reggio Emilia environment in Italy, which is a world model, we see very creative use of other resources such as mirrors, such as lights, which might be a slide projector on the top of a stepladder, shining down so children can make different shapes in the light. We see light tables where children can sort shapes and colors. So we really encourage our kindergarten teachers to look for resources that might have been considered adult in the past. We need to think of the child as capable when we're setting up our learning centers and offer them opportunities they may have never had before.
By creating some softer light and some things that twinkle or that create a sense of almost fairy tale magical quality to them, things that feel really precious to children, they respond in a different way. They treat the materials with a little bit more respect. There is something intrinsically motivating for children.
Children come to us with different personalities and different ways of being. It's important when we design different spaces for different types of children or for their needs at different times of day. Some children like to find a quiet place where they can be alone. Some children need a boisterous place where they can play noisy games with each other.
You know what? It looks like it's a pretty big rainbow, Samantha. It's a lot of icing though. So.
We also need space for large group instruction and small group instruction where a teacher can work separately with children.
This one is Nunavut. Nunavut. Winnipeg is right here.
Organizing the kindergarten learning environment takes careful thought and planning. It needs to engage all children with a wide variety of abilities, learning styles, and preferences, and to enhance every aspect of children's development.
When we're talking about aesthetic and artistic, we're really talking about the fine arts. We want our children to be comfortable with dancing, singing, playing, dramatizing. These are all ways that are critical to a child's learning. If all we had to deal with in the school system was academic development of children, it would be very straightforward. But we know that children do not develop academically unless they're well-grounded socially, emotionally, and they're healthy. And so all of these pieces have to work together.
The children during book time just really has become quite magical. There's a number of little girls that love to read together. So they found certain books, if I have 2 copies of them, they will sit and they just are so motivated to try and teach someone else to read.
We all need love. No, you ask.
Insect.
Yes, you can touch it.
This is the size of a headlight.
Physical development has always been an important part of school curriculum, but it's becoming increasingly important with the societal changes we've seen around media and screen activities with children. And so we're making sure that we're building into all of our school programs healthy activity, small muscle for some of those tasks that require finger skills and hand skills, but also the big muscle activity, which is a very important part of brain development. Cooperation, collaboration, and teamwork are part of what's required for all of us as adults as we move through our lives and our careers, and it's the same for children in schools. So we start in kindergarten right away, building communities of children where they learn what their place is, what their role is, how to negotiate their way through social circumstances.
I don't because I play it in real life.
Oh, in real life, so you're not playing it?
Children have it within themselves to be actively engaged and responsible for some of their learning or much of their learning, and I think the teacher's role is then to help facilitate some of the learning. This is learning through play. This isn't the children being mindless about what they're doing. There is great intention and purposefulness in what they're doing in the classroom.
Have you had it? This is not the size, the real size of it, Gavin. Remember, this is the real size.
A butterfly has 4 wings, 4 wings, 4 wings. A butterfly has
Part of the planning of the classroom environment is how the teacher sets up the individual learning centers to be places where children will intentionally be learning some of the activities involved in the prescribed learning outcomes. So probably each day a teacher will put something new into several of the centers, and part of the way that she motivates the children to discover and explore those is to introduce them at carpet time.
Sorry, did you have a question, Matea?
Yeah.
What was that?
What things? Where we put the stuff and then we ask questions and we color the picture about the sentence.
Are you talking about the water table? Yeah, remember you choose an object
And
and you
you
put it in?
know that if it's
Yeah.
fall, you do a check mark. If it doesn't fall, you do an X.
Yeah, oh there, Katie knows what she's doing, so you can ask Katie. Okay?
So she stimulates and sparks the children's imagination with what she introduces at the carpet time to give them that thirst for getting there and beginning their discovery.
Oh, look at what I made.
Oh, let's see.
What's this?
Tell me what you made.
Well, I think play is really important for the children because it's something that comes naturally to them. And when they play, a lot of the times they're interacting with another child. And so the more that they interact and they talk with each other, I think the more that they'll learn. They're like little adults. They want to talk to each other. They want to question things. They're curious about things. They want to ask each other about what it is that they're playing with, and they want to work together or try something and experiment with each other.
Young children's natural capacity and desire to learn, and the teacher's response to children, go a long way in shaping the quality of children's early learning experiences. But the importance of the child's environment should not go underestimated. It's the third teacher. That's why such care is taken to plan learning experiences and learning centers.
Children have in them so many ideas that they are just bursting to get out. Our responsibility as teachers is to help them unlock and discover those things that they're thinking about inside. And that becomes really the true curriculum.